am blessed that I was able to stay home with them the first year. I will say that, I did want to. I guess I didn't really see myself being a stay-at-home mom ever. I mean, but, that's some people's cup of tea, and for others, not so much. I was always a career-oriented person, so having triplets was definitely something that was unexpected for me.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast, where we chat with phenomenal millennial mothers about motherhood, relationships, lifestyles, their passions and goals, and much more. I hope you guys enjoy. This episode is sponsored by the Slumber with Queens Atlanta event, powered by the Queen's University. On September the 21st, get ready for some amazing pampering, plus the tools you need to start and or grow your business. Ticket purchases can be made on Instagram at _Queens University. Hope to see you there. In today's guest chair, we have Miss Amber Tenzo. So Amber is a 32-year-old originally from Louisiana, but has been living in the Houston area for a little over 10 years. She is a first-time unexpected mom of triplets. Yes, you guys, that's right, of triplets, a newlywed, and also a full-time working woman. In her own words, it's always hard to talk about herself since she became a mother, and we all know about that. But she enjoys spending time with her family, cooking and eating, and also traveling. As for her education background, Amber has earned her master's degree in healthcare administration. And as for her favorite quote, never look back unless you're throwing that ass. I totally agree, Amber. So you guys, let's go ahead and hop into this episode. I hope you enjoy. Hi you guys, and welcome to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. This is Britt, and for today's episode, I have Miss Amber Watson. How are you, Amber? Actually, it's not Watson anymore. That's on your email. Is it Tenzo?
It's Tesno.
Tesno. Tesno. We upgraded, girl. We done upgraded. So yes, I have Amber. Hi, Amber. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Go ahead.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, girl. It's Friday. I feel like I should have some wine right now instead of some iced coffee, but
Yeah. Wine is necessary as a mother.
It really is. I feel like they should pack you up with a pack of wine once you have your baby. Like, here, girl, here's some diapers, here's some wine.
I saw this meme when I was pregnant, and it was like, those diaper cakes that they make for baby showers, most likely, or for gifts. Mm-hmm. And on the inside, it had a bottle of wine in it. And so I tagged a lot of my friends and the godmothers of my children. I was like, listen, I need this at the hospital room as soon as they come out. This is what I need.
Okay, girl, I do not blame you at all. All right, well, Amber, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How old you are? Tell us about your kids. Are you married? Are you single? Everything.
Okay, well, I'm originally from Louisiana, from Shreveport.
Okay.
But I am a military brat, so I've been a little bit everywhere, but I do claim Louisiana as home, always and forever. Mm-hmm. I'm 32. I've been married for a whole year now.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a lot.
We just made a year.
Right.
Yeah. We just made a year. I have triplets. They are 19 months. I'm looking for them a job, so if you know anyone hiring, let me know.
Okay, I got you.
And I am a full-time working mother as well. I was a stay-at-home mom for the first year, which was a little bit of a struggle, but, I am blessed that I was able to stay home with them the first year. I will say that, I did want to. I guess I didn't really see myself being a stay-at-home mom ever. I mean, but, that's some people's cup of tea, and for others, not so much. I was always a career-oriented person, so having triplets was definitely something that was unexpected for me. For the both of us, my husband and I. We got married, of course, since we've only been married a year. You can do the math. We were married after we had our little ones, but all is well. I can say that. And I was blessed. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. No, you can finish.
I was just going to say I'm blessed to have someone who was supportive of me staying home and work hard. You don't meet too many people like that.
Right, exactly. Everybody's like, girl, you need to go to work too. Right. Like, I don't care, we got 3 kids. No, you need to go to work too. So with you having triplets, does that run in your family, in his family? Like, I want to know the whole story behind the whole, all 3 kids. I would go crazy. I was like, you guys are lying. It's not 3 kids in there. I know that. Like, no.
Listen, I did go crazy. I probably need to publicly apologize to the ultrasound tech, because I did say a lot of choice words when we found out we were having triplets. One, because I wanted a puppy. I wasn't prepared to have kids.
Right.
I guess who really is prepared to have kids? I don't know. We both have twins that run in our family. Him on his maternal side, and me on my father's side. My father's brother and sister are fraternal twins.
Okay.
So, and then here we are. We have 3. We have triplets. I guess we took the icing on the cake. Right. I was actually on birth control when I got pregnant. I was on the pill, so never again in life will I take the pill. But I did. I was really shocked. I was definitely shocked.
So what okay, so what, did you just wake up and like, dang, I'm feeling sick? Like, how did you, with you being on the pill, how did you know that you was pregnant? You just wasn't feeling right? Like, something's going on. I'm just going to go to the doctor.
I didn't wake up feeling sick. I'm not going to share how I figured it out, but I got sick, so we'll start there.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm not feeling well, so what's going on? The next day, I was just nauseous. Mm-hmm. And so finally, I said, let me take a test. Let me just to rule that out, right? That's what we were doing. We were ruling it out. However, the test said positive rather quickly, so I decided, let me just take 6 more to be sure. Lo and behold, they were all positive, so I made an appointment with my doctor or with my OBG. I went in, got the blood test done, and I think it was like the next day or something you get the results. I can't remember the exact time frame. She's like, okay, well, you are pregnant, so we're going to need you to come back in 2 days to make sure your HCG levels went up, just to make sure that it is a confirmed pregnancy. Okay. Went back the second time, HCG levels definitely went up. So she was like, okay, well, this was at 5 weeks. I found out really, really early. Okay. Because I got sick really early. I started showing really early, everything. But so I went in the second time, and I was like, okay, I guess I should start taking my birth control pill now. And she's like, yes, definitely. So we scheduled the ultrasound, which will be a few weeks later. And a couple of my family members, and of course, my best friends knew that I was pregnant before we had the ultrasound. And when I saw the numbers, because my OBG, she did send over the blood levels, because I did ask for my blood work. I noticed they were in the very high thousands. So I was telling my husband, I think he was sitting down playing his game on the computer or something, and I said, these numbers are really, really high from what I Googled. And he's like, oh, you're just overreacting. He goes back to doing what he's doing on the computer. And I'm like, no, these numbers are really, really high. Fast forward a couple weeks, we go to the ultrasound, and I'm just a ball of nerves. And I'm like, something is just not right here. Something's not right. He's like, it's going to be okay. He's really calm. We get in there, and she's pulling up the screen and everything you do at your first appointment, and she just starts moving the
little thing around the little thing, the stick or whatever.
The ultrasound stick, thingamajig, or whatever it's called. She starts moving it around, and I'm seeing few different columns here, and I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be mine. And so I asked her, I said, well, can you turn it off and turn it back on? And she's like, okay, but this is yours. And so she turns it off, she turns it back on, and I instantly see 3. And so she's like, oh, is this planned? And she asked, did we use in vitro? And I'm like,
no.
No, right?
Again, I wanted a puppy. Right.
Exactly. This does not look in any way like a puppy. And so my husband's like, well, I got half a football team, and I flipped at that point. I just completely flipped.
Oh my gosh. So do you guys want more children?
Nah. I'm very happy with these three wonderful, full of personality and energy children that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I think I compromised maybe one or two.
Maybe.
Which is, yeah. And so, God said, okay, I'll fix you. You want one pregnancy? Here you go. And here we are. I am very grateful that all of my babies came out, healthy. Mm-hmm. They were born premature. They were born at 32 weeks.
Okay.
But they stayed in the NICU for a month.
Uh-huh.
But they were very healthy. No major issues, just learning how to eat on their own and low birth weight. My daughter, she's pretty much the famous one of the bunch. Her name is Olivia with an A.
Olivia, okay.
Yeah, she's the last to come out, and she was 2 pounds.
Oh, wow.
The boys were 3 pounds.
Oh, they were tiny. I can only imagine because even with regular, size full-term babies, they're like 6 pounds and they're super tiny. So I can only imagine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the pregnancy, the first trimester was really, really rough. I spent a little time in the hospital. I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't even keep water down.
Oh,
so.
Man.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but once we got past that, it was okay. Of course, they did put me on bed rest, and I still thought I was Superwoman, so I really wasn't feeling bed rest.
Right.
But I tried to abide as much as I possibly could. So the day I went into labor, my sister and I had plans because my sister actually has I have a nephew who's 10 days younger than my little one. Mm-hmm. So we were pregnant together.
Oh, wow.
So her and I had plans to roll around Target, in the little carts that they have because I could barely walk.
Uh-huh.
We were going to go to the movies. It was, I think the movie was Almost Christmas or, something that came out around that time. And I always had a craving for the ices and the popcorn at Target.
Girl, yes.
So I was
just
so excited.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to get my icy, I'm going to get my popcorn, I'm good. But no, my water broke.
In Target?
No, I wasn't in Target. I was actually, I was still at home. My husband it's so crazy. He was about to go out of town to his hometown. He's from Opelousas.
Okay.
His dad is a minister, and he was having the pastor appreciation, and so he was getting ready to go to that, and he had to go get my phone from the Apple store because my battery depleted, so he had to get it replaced.
Oh.
So while he was gone to pick up my phone, my water broke, and I didn't know it was my water breaking. I thought it was possibly my mucus plug because I didn't have any pain or any bleeding. I just felt like, like a small gush, and I guess I just compared it to what you see on the TV to what I thought it would be.
Which everything is totally different. I tell people all the time, don't believe what be on TV. It's going to go totally opposite.
Exactly.
But go ahead. So your water broke. Really didn't know what was going on. So did you start having contractions then?
I didn't. I sat on the toilet for like an hour. I was like, okay, well, and everyone was thinking, okay, maybe it's your mucus plug. You're not having contractions. You're not bleeding. It might just be your mucus plug. So I'm like, okay, well, it'll go away eventually. And he was like, well, I don't want to leave you here. And I was like, no, it's going to be okay. My mom, I did call the on-call physician. Crazy enough, rewind a little bit. The Tuesday before I had them, I had my appointment because at that point I was doing weekly appointments, and I told my doctor, which wasn't even my original OBG. My original OBG said she didn't feel comfortable delivering triplets.
Oh wow!
So she had to refer me somewhere else, which I'm grateful for because my maternal fetal medicine OBG was amazing. She was amazing.
Okay, good.
So I told her, I said, I don't think I'm going to make it. I said, I don't think I'm going to make it to 34 weeks because I was scheduled to have them at 34 weeks by C-section. And she's like, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. I said, well, you just make sure you're here when I have them. Don't go out of town. And I knew something was wrong. Well, not wrong, but I knew something was different because my son, the one who actually broke my water, his name is Maceo.
Maceo. Oh, I like that.
Yes. Thank you. He, at first they thought he was breached, right? But he had turned at the last appointment. And I felt like they dropped.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So they did drop, and he was ready.
Oh my gosh. My thing is, I'm just picturing going through labor 3 times in one night. Like, that's all I can picture. It's like you having 3 babies in one night. So you have the babies. Did you breastfeed?
I did.
You did? Okay.
Breastfeed.
Okay. How was that?
It was a lot of work.
A lot of people don't understand that. They're like,
to breastfeed them a lot longer.
Right.
But I breastfed for 6 months. So I was able to breastfeed for 6 months. Well, however, they did get formula as well because it's hard trying to pump and take care of the babies and take care of the house and take care of your man.
Take care of yourself.
Right, exactly. And, you know, I tell people all the time, like, or, you know, when I see pregnant women, just don't forget about yourself because I do believe that's where I went wrong. Well, not went wrong, but, you know, that's the one thing I forgot. And, you know, really, you cannot take care of your kids if you don't take care of yourself, and no one is going to take care of your kids like you.
Yeah, that's the one thing I preach too. It's like, if you're not healthy and you're not taking care of yourself, your family's not going to be taken care of. So you have to make sure, and it's crazy you mentioned that because after I had Remington, I have I'm not sure, you probably don't follow my personal page, but I have 5 kids. Okay, yay! 5 kids, 2 are bonus. So Remy, the youngest one, the 8-month-old, I did that once I had him. Like right after I had him, I did not slow down. I still, was taking care of the kids. They still had to go to school. The oldest ones, I was still, up and about all the stuff. I just remember, like, after day 3, I just broke down and started crying. And Rayshawn was like, "What is wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm just tired or." I'm like, I just feel overwhelmed. Like, it's just too much. It was just too much. And he was like, he was like, well, sit down. I'm like, I can't, because if I sit down, nothing's going to get done. At all. So, and after that, he was like, well, maybe you're having postpartum. I'm like, I just feel like I didn't get a chance to, to breathe. Because even during the pregnancy, I was pregnant in the summer, but, we were constantly going, traveling, all this. It just, I just didn't have a chance just to sit my ass down. So
exactly. I definitely can relate. I'm so grateful for, I do have to give a shout out to a couple of my friends because without them and my mother, I don't know where, if I would have made it through like the first year pretty much with being a newly married couple and a new mom at the same time. It was, I think the biggest transition was the mental transition for me. A lot of people say, well, what's it like to have triplets? I think the question really should be, what was it like for you after having triplets? Because as a new mom, I think you face the same challenges. It's just with 3 babies instead of 1.
Right.
But for such a big transition I wasn't completely ready for, it's hard.
Right.
It was very hard. So, my best friend, every time I saw her, I was overwhelmed. She was there. My mom, if I needed to call her, she was there. And I'm so grateful for that because, you do get a lot of judgment being a new mom. And it's like some of the people just make it seem like they were never a new mom. They were just always an expert. And it's hard. I had to, kind of pep talk myself like, listen, you are taking care of these kids. As long as these kids see that you're taking care of them, it doesn't matter what anyone else has to say about it. Your kids are healthy, your kids are happy. That's what matters.
Right. They got fed on time. They're not dirty.
Exactly.
You're good.
Exactly.
So how is your household raising 3 little ones? Like, what is your daily routine, especially you're being a working mom? Is it like it's Friday. Tell me how you wake up, you brush your teeth, What else do you do?
So now that I'm working again, typically I get myself, for the most part, dressed. I'm still, I think the routine changes as they grow. Because when they're younger, you know, they're not as mobile. So It's a little bit easier.
Right.
But with them being mobile now, up and moving, I typically go ahead and get myself dressed. I get my husband up. I try, not every morning, but for the most part, we're both trying to get back in shape. So I try to make us some form of a smoothie or a little bit of breakfast, you know, so we don't have to stop at McDonald's or any of those places. Get us together. I try to get their clothes ready the night before, or, you know, I do try to get their clothes ready a week in advance, but that just don't work for me. I'm not going to lie. As much as I would love to do that,
right, like, and it makes complete sense, but it's like I just don't feel like doing it. It's just like with my kids, they wear uniforms to school, and I'm like, Britt, you know, you can legit just iron all their clothes for the week on Sunday and just have them get dressed. But no, I'll be up at 5:30 in the morning ironing clothes, trying to get them. You know, but it makes no sense, but whatever.
I get up at 5. I've been trying to go running in the morning. I'm working on getting faithful at that. But if I go in the morning, I get up at 4:15, 4:30. But if I don't, I get up at 5, get myself ready, and then start getting them ready. I try to get them a little breakfast in the morning. Even though they do eat at their school, when they wake up, they be looking for that milk. My daughter, all she knows is banana. I don't know if she knows my name anymore, but she knows banana.
Oh my God. All right. So they go to school, you go to work. Are you the one, do you pick them up from school, or do your husband pick them up?
It varies. If I get off in time, I'll pick them up. If not, he'll pick them up. Okay. Sometimes we try to pick them up together because it is 3, and it's hard getting 3 and a half to take care. I will say that. So, but for the most part, he usually will pick them up because I work a little further out. Okay. So he'll usually pick them up and I get off late. We come home. If I didn't have anything in the crock pot, that means I need to cook. I've become best friends with my crock pot. But I do cook at home about 97% of the time. We don't really eat out too much. Okay. But... And then my kids, they're really particular. Like, they're meat and potato kids. Oh, okay. So no veggies at this point. They're looking for a meal. Right. Oh, my. I'm just shaking my head because I'm like, okay, I know how it is just with having one small kid. So I'm like, when you was like having to get 3 kids in the car, I'm like, I'm barely getting this one because he's arching his back because he don't want to be in a car seat. And it's just like, exactly. Praise to you, Amber. You doing the thing, because I'm like, I need to be at home still. I'm like, I don't want to go back to work. I need to be at home. You know, I didn't want to be at home because one, you know, it is a financial burden for one. But I just like, I feel like it took a mental toll on me talking to 3 babies all day who really couldn't talk back. So it's nice to be in the working field and be around adults, period. Because it's just, I don't know, it's a sigh of relief, and just being able to provide. Because, you know, when you're working, typically, or, you know, when you get a full-time job, you're wanting to be able to provide for a family if and when you have one, right? So me not working it took even more of a mental toll on me, because I'm like, you know, all this time I've built this career to be able to help provide for my family, and I wasn't able to do that too much, you know. So it does feel good working. It feels good to be able to, you know, go out and buy them stuff, and sometimes it's stuff they don't need. But, you know, you want your kids to have more than you had, or, you know, everyone wants a better life. Even if they have the best life, you want more for your children. Right, exactly. So I'm that parent. I don't want them to feel like they are left out or anything, and I think that's the biggest struggle. Like, they fight over mommy. They fight over mommy's lap. So just trying to give that individual attention to all 3. it's a workout.
Yeah. So have you had a chance to listen? Oh well, you know what? This wouldn't work for you because they're born on the same day. The last episode that I post with Crystal David, she has 5 girls in total, and she said that one exactly, and she said that a lady at her church had mentioned to kind of be, make sure everybody have their own time. Is that on the day that they were born, that would be their day. So for instance, if her daughter was born on the 7th of each month would be her day, and they would do anything that she wants. But you can't do that because your baby's born on the same day. So never mind. Right.
So what I tried to do, and I've just started this because, really they just started walking, but I take them to H-E-B, which is one of the big grocery stores here.
Okay.
And they have like the little, I don't know if you've seen the videos on my page, but they have like the little, they call them customer and training shopping carts for the kids.
Yes.
So I usually typically I'll go early mornings on Saturday to try to beat the crowd. And I'll take one of them with me. I'll take turns with them, let them push the basket and, just try to get them in the habit of doing for themselves, like picking up fruit and put it in the basket, or telling me which items they like. And I try to make it a learning experience because I'm very big on education, and with them being premature, you don't want them to be delayed developmentally.
Right.
So I try to make it fun and spend some one-on-one time with them. It is really hard, especially at home, but I try to be creative.
Yeah, I like that. I did watch those videos, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So they're super cute. All right, so we're gonna flip the script. Enough about kids and raising folks and stuff, because it's draining after you just get through all that. I'm like, and I got to get up here and fix another bottle and some dang on bananas. Like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Yes. So, being a newlywed, what type of advice would you give to another newlywed at this point, as far as relationship wise? Like, how do you guys, keep everything together? Normally they say the first year is the hardest year. Once you get through that, you should be good. Like, what would you say?
Well, marriage definitely does change the dynamic of your relationship. That first year was really hard, and then you throw 3 kids in the mix. Yes, it was definitely hard, but, we made it. We made it.
Yes.
Against all odds, we definitely made it, and I pray a lot. I do. I pray a lot. But just keeping that open communication, being creative, and don't let finances get the best of you. I think that was really like our biggest struggle.
Yeah.
The change in the finances. But we are learning. Every day is a learning experience, and as long as you're both willing to try, and that's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give up on each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't give up on each other, and remember that you and your spouse are the only ones in your marriage.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And don't listen to outside people, because they would definitely give their opinion all the time. And I'm like, but girl, you're single with nobody. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
My father-in-law, he married us. He told us that the day that we got married, at the end of the day, it's about you two. And I really will say it honestly took me that whole year to really realize. I think we were riding in the car together, and it just kind of hit me like, okay, this is what he was trying to explain to us. So it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it really did. So how long did you and your husband date prior to you guys getting married?
That's funny. We were together for maybe, before we got married, we were together for, I want to say maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Not long at all.
Okay.
We moved pretty fast. We knew each other for a while before we dated.
Okay.
So, yeah. We talked a lot. We did. Our first date was literally 8 hours, just sitting there talking to each other.
That's the best dates, though, especially when you have something to actually talk about.
Yeah, really. So, we weren't together as long as we would have liked before everything happened. But, the more we talk about it, the more we think about it, it's like all these things, I guess, I don't know. They were destined to happen.
Yeah, it happens for a reason. No, because me and Rayshawn, we only dated for about, I want to say 2 years maybe, but we both had been married before. I was married for a year, which I always tell people that it doesn't count. Like, I didn't make it. and he was married for 8 years. So we kind of already knew, like, where we messed up at, what we wanted, what we didn't want. So that's why we felt like, you know, it moved a little bit faster than what it did. But once we set those ground rules, like you said, having open communication and just knowing, you know, what the other one wants, and also a big thing for us is that, you know, we're going to have to compromise at one point. Like, someone's not going to always get their way all the time. So, and that was one of the biggest things, because I always say he's very spoiled, and I tell him that all the time. Like, you're just super spoiled. Like, when he wants something, he wants it then. He doesn't care how he gets it. He just needs it then. And I'm just like, yo, the world doesn't work like that. Like, you might have to actually budget, you know, a brand new car. You know, that's what real people do in real life. You just can't go out and be like, yo, I mean, unless he got the funds, and I don't know about it. But I'm like, people don't do stuff like that.
That's a whole other issue.
Exactly. Like, well, what you hiding? Like, I need to know. So we moved kind of fast too. But I tell people, like, he's honestly one of my best friends. Like, when we, like, for instance, we always hang out with each other outside of the home, even if it's like going to the bar, watching the game, or anything like that. So when he do go out with his homeboys, 10 minutes into it, he's texting me like, yo, I kind of wish you was here. Like, you know, you're my road dog. I'm like, you have your friends. Like, be with your friends. It's okay. Yeah. He was like, but they don't know any inside jokes or anything. I'm like, well, make some new ones. Like, it's
right,
cool.
Right.
It's okay. Exactly. Like, it's fine. But, that's funny how you say y'all move fast, but it makes it more exciting because you get to find out things. Yeah. So instead of being, you know, engaged for like 10 years and then all of a sudden y'all get married, you know, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But
that ain't for me.
Exactly. All right.
Kids or no kids.
I know it's like 10 years. I mean, I've never been in a relationship that long. The longest relationship I have been in probably was maybe 4 or 5, maybe. I don't think that was, and that was probably on and off, like nothing consistent. Yeah. Oh my gosh! All right.
And I think we talked about that because he was in a long relationship before me, and so was I. And I was like, you know, that was a waste of my life. No offense to anybody, but it was a waste of my life. And so I don't really want to go through all that again. We're gonna figure out, you know, if this is what we're gonna do, or if this is not what we're gonna do.
Right.
We too grown for that.
Right. Exactly. Especially once you get in your 30s, I think a lot of things just touch off. Once you turn 30, I'm like, I really don't care about a lot of things, and I'm gonna let you know what I do care about. And if you can't, you know, fit into that bubble, then I'm sorry for you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where I am.
Oh my gosh. All right. So what do you do for Mommy Town? What is something that you just do for yourself without anyone else around?
That's a good question. Go to the grocery store. You know, HEB is really like, those really are my best friends. They know me by name there. But that's like my, even though I'm grocery shopping for the house, that's really like my break time. Or, you know, just sit down and read. And I like to write, not necessarily anything that will be published anytime soon. But I love to write. And I love to read. And that's what I do. I have a guilty pleasure of reality TV shows, so I will sit down. We put the kids to bed around. It's been 7, but I think it's changed to 7:30 lately. So they're in bed by 7:30. And when I say in bed, if for whatever reason we're not home or we just get home at 7:15, they're walking to their room like, okay, listen, you need to put me in my bed ASAP. So. Yeah, it does help. Then from there, you know, clean, feed the husband.
Right.
And I sit down and just enjoy my glass of wine. That's why I say it's a necessity.
It is. No, it's funny that you said the grocery store because that's my favorite spot too. The grocery store and Target. Like, we have a Publix right around the corner from us, probably like 2 minutes around the street, and they know me by name. They ask me, how's the baby doing? Because they seen the progression from when I was pregnant to having them and stuff. Girl, you would have think they were family at this point.
Exactly. It's the same. Yeah. They know them. Every time I take them to the grocery store, they come home with something for free, whether it be crayons or a poster board, something.
Oh my gosh. So what is your favorite reality show right now, since you say you are a reality junkie?
I'm going to say Love and Hip Hop. However, I realized this about myself after every season. At the end of every season, I'm like, you know what? I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this anymore. And here comes the next season, and here I am on Monday sitting down. I have taken a liking to. Have you watched that new show on the Oprah channel, Love Is?
No, I've heard about it. No, because it's the same people who wrote Girlfriends or something, the producers.
Yeah. So it's about her. It's about their relationship and their developing relationship. So what we've done is, because my husband and I, we don't really have babysitters. So if we do want to go somewhere, so we kind of have to try to make it work at home.
Right.
So it comes on Tuesday nights, and we've kind of just made it a date night, because we don't get that very much. Like, when we put the kids there, he kind of wants, his time to himself,
right?
And I want my time to myself. So we still try to find time for each other. We sit down and we watch that together, and it's really nice. It's a good show. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah. And it comes on OWN, right?
Yeah, it comes on OWN on Tuesdays. You can catch. I think it's only been 3 episodes, so you could probably catch them on demand right now. But it's a pretty good show, and it's like I'm not gonna give the show away, so I'm not gonna tell you about it.
Don't tell me yet. I'm gonna have to message
but
you.
It's good. Just check it out. Let me know what you think.
Yes, I will.
But it is something that you can talk about with your spouse, or even with your friends on the dynamic of relationships. It's a different part of every relationship, so I'm sure you'll find something that you can relate to in the show.
Nice. Yeah, instead of trying to watch reality TV shows together and with threesomes, and he's looking at me like, I'm like, oh no. Yeah. You are not on the show.
If you ever, right.
People are like, well, Stevie J can do it. I'm like, he's Stevie J. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You don't got Stevie J money.
Exactly. Let's be real. Exactly. He's so funny. All right. So next question. As far as with the education for your children, because you did mention that education was very important to you, what did you do prior to you placing them in a school? What did you look for as far as teacher-wise? Are they like in a private school, Christian academy? What is your perspective on that?
So what I did, and a lot of people were kind of like, you're crazy. I have this program. It's called Preschool Prep.
Okay.
I got it off, so you can get it off Groupon or Amazon, different places. And I tried the Your Baby Can Read, but I was bored looking at that. So I'm not going to watch this. And, some people that it has worked for, because a lot of my friends did recommend it, but it just personally didn't work for me. But Preschool Prep, it does have different, it's like one of those sets, and it has the ABCs, it has the colors, has numbers, and then the older they get, the more they can do. Like, they have reading action verbs and nouns, putting letters and syllables together.
Okay.
Different things. And so we started with colors, of course, and I noticed, like, it would grab their attention. Like, they would all be crying at once, and they hear that little Preschool Prep theme song, and I could get them quiet just long enough for me to do whatever. And, a lot of doctors or pediatricians will tell you, no TV, no TV. So I don't keep the TV on all day. I am very, very big on reading to my kids, and I can see how much of a difference it's made now, because they will pick up a book and, say, Mommy, read, or, please, because I'm trying to teach them manners. I'm trying not to raise little jerks here. So. But they do like to read. They do love to dance and sing and clap too, which I love. It's so cute. But I would play the colors, and I would play the alphabet. And sometimes I would just mute the sound and just let them look at the letters so they can start to recognize the letters. And the alphabet will sound out the long, the long sound of the letters and the short sounds of the letters, so they can get an idea of what each sound is. And I noticed that it's helped them like with their word development. At first, I was a little nervous that they would be delayed. My baby A, his Maceo, I thought that he was a little bit delayed at first, but he's just laid back. And I think, and more so Black homes, I can't really speak for any other race or anything, but in Black homes, like if there's something wrong with a child, everyone's like, oh no, it'll go away, or let's just wait it out and see. But I didn't want to be that parent. I don't want to just wait. If there's something I can do now to fix if there's something wrong. So I noticed that over time, and I do think that daycare has really helped him, just being around other kids. He's really blossomed. They've all really blossomed. My daughter, she's advanced for her age. She's definitely advanced for her age. She will have a full conversation and sing you a whole song. Yeah, but the boys, they are more laid back, and you do kind of have to be like, okay, listen, I need you to sit down and read this book or tell me what these letters are. So they are recognizing their letters. They know their body parts, and I'm very proud of myself, my husband. I'm grateful for the school because they have been a great help. So just reading at home and the preschool, it's all about monitoring what you let your kids listen to, or what you let your kids watch. And that's just in my personal opinion. I'm not an expert or anything, but it has helped in our home. So that's what we do.
All right.
I don't really let them watch too many cartoons or just uneducational shows.
Right.
And not saying that, people go wrong doing that or anything, but it's just, I don't. Yeah. If they're watching TV, I try to make it fun, but I also try to make it educational because you can do both.
Exactly. Yeah, it needs to be something that they're learning. Yeah, we're the same here, especially with Remy. The older kids, I feel like they're lost cause at this point, so I'm like, they're more right. They're like into Minecraft and things like that, so it actually kind of works out because they're still gaming and like doing the codes and coding and stuff. Because my daughter, she's really big into that. So I'm like, all right, watch Minecraft. It's fine. And she try to figure things out. But with Remy, we do make sure it's at least something that is flashing letters or, having animals or something like that. So I completely agree. All right. So last question. Who inspires Amber?
That's a good question.
Yeah, thanks. Who inspires you? It could be anyone. Who inspires you? Hell, it could be yourself. You could be Beyonce.
I mean, do inspire me. Right. I'm not only Beyonce. No, but I would say my great grandmother. She is no longer here, but she has always been my inspiration in pretty much anything I do. So yeah, it would be myself because I'm very proud of myself and how far I've come in life, and and being a mother and being a wife. It's not easy, but I'm very proud of myself. I stand tall on my own 10 toes.
Yeah, so, I was thinking about
myself, that. It was my great grandmother. She definitely instilled a lot in myself, my mom, my granny, all of us. My female cousins, my sisters. I think everyone will probably agree. It would be her. That woman. She was feisty. She was fierce, but she was loving.
Nice.
All in one.
Okay. That was an amazing answer. Yeah, I had woke up this morning and I was just thinking about all the things that, I've accomplished and, gone through. And I just like, Brittany, you straight. Like, you good. Like, like, you okay.
We don't give ourselves enough credit.
We don't. And then, because I'm super, like, kind of humble and, like, kind of, in the background. So when I do get praises, all this stuff, honestly, it makes me nervous because I'm like, I just do it out the kindness of my heart. Like, I understand, thank me, and I understand I accomplished things, but I'm like, I'm good. I don't need all the confetti and all that stuff. Like, it wears me out. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's just an attention thing. All right, so next up, we're going to play the hot seat round, which is 5 random questions. Of course, you don't know about any of these questions, so would you like to play?
Come on.
All right, here we go.
Let's bring on the hot seat.
All right, so question number 1. Name one special talent you have?
Special talent? Cooking.
Cooking? Okay. Like you could cook like for real, like from scratch, no type of recipe. Okay. All right. What's your favorite dish to cook?
Honestly, my favorite dish is really easy. It's fried chicken. One, because I love fried chicken, and everyone cannot make fried chicken.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm one of those people who can't. I tried to make fried chicken once in my life. Almost burnt down my apartment. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I barely can fry bacon. Like I don't like the whole popping on the skin. Like I'm good. Yeah, I'm more so of a fresh eater. You know, scramble up some stuff. Yeah, I could do that. That's so funny. Yeah. All right, question number 2. Do you have a girl crush, and who is it?
Girl crush. It would have to be Taraji P.
Okay.
Or Gabrielle Union.
Okay. All right.
One of the two of those. And Gabrielle Union is just recently since I've read her book.
How was it? No, I haven't. That's all I want to know. How is it? A good book?
Oh my goodness, yes, it was amazing.
Okay.
You learn a lot about her. I mean, I don't think I ever really, inquired, but I don't know what made me just pick up that book and buy it, but I did, and I'm glad I did. Also, I did forget someone. I call her Big Sister Sarah Jakes Roberts. I don't know if you listen to her.
No, is she?
But T.D. Jakes' daughter.
Well, okay.
Yeah, she. That's my big sister Sarah.
Nice.
She gets me through when I don't make it to church. That's my church.
All right.
That's where I go. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Question number 3. What was the silliest thing you cried over when you were pregnant?
When I was pregnant. That's a good question. I really don't think I mean, honestly, I didn't cry too much when I was pregnant because I was like, I don't know if you ever heard that theory or not theory, but myth. If you cry a lot, your kids are going to come out to be crybabies.
Oh, so, no.
I didn't cry a lot, but I will say that there was one time it was some form of food because I love to eat, and then you add pregnancy to that, and it's ridiculous.
Right.
I had some form of food in the refrigerator. I do remember. It was the last of the taco soup. I ain't gonna bring this up too much because then I'm gonna get mad all over again.
All right.
But I had it in the refrigerator. I had my chips in my bag. I had my little toppings that go on top of my soup. Man, I was just getting ready to throw down. And I guess in the middle of the night, my husband must have woke up and ate it. But, he definitely learned, eat a pregnant woman's food that day.
Don't do that again. Exactly.
But I cried, and he's like, I'll make you some more. And I had taught him and my brother-in-law, I had them in the kitchen cooking it because it's really just a dump meal that you put in the crockpot. And it's not even my favorite food, but I just had my mouth set on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he's like, well, I remember how to make it. And I didn't want it anymore. I wanted my leftover little bowl that I had in the refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. Right, which you ate. Yes, understandable. I would definitely have cried too. All right, question number 4. If you were a stripper, what would your stripper name be?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. We're going to have to create me one.
Let's see. I don't know.
all the good stripper names are taken.
I know. Sparkle. Sparkle's so 90s. I'm like, let me Sparkles. Yeah. And then a lot of the strippers, they go by regular names. Like, we went to a strip club a couple of months ago, and the girl was dancing. I was like, what's your name? She was like, Brittany. And I'm like, girl, that's my name.
What do you mean, Brittany?
Right. I said, is that your government name? She was like, no. I'm like, so you chose Brittany out of all names you could choose? I was like, all right, whatever. I'm like, I'd rather be hot chocolate or something. All right, last question.
Maybe champagne.
Exactly.
I name myself champagne. I don't know.
Champagne's a good one. That's very central. I like that one. All right, last question. If you had to put a warning label on yourself, what would it say?
A warning label. I'm pretty sure there's a meme about this, but somewhere. There's a meme about everything.
Mm-hmm.
But warning. You know, they always say treat people how you want to be treated, but I don't know, become a person who's I'll treat you how you treat me.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, act accordingly.
Yeah, that's definitely a good warning label. Mine would be if I have more than 3 shots of tequila, I'm asleep. Like I can't. It don't matter if I took a full 2-hour nap beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Three or more I'm done, son. Like I'm gonna be knocked out.
Listen, that's probably me. I don't remember. That's me if I have more, you know, when I drink that whole bottle of wine, which is really, you know, as my disclaimer, only 2.5 glasses.
Right.
Typically. But I'm on the couch knocked out. My husband's coming like, okay, you're going to come get in the bed.
Right.
One, I'm tired, but, you know, when you haven't drank for so long, it makes a difference.
It does.
So if I had 1 shot of tequila, I'd probably be passed out somewhere.
Oh, my God.
Make sure I have it at home.
Right. I cannot. Oh, I can't even imagine. All right, girl. Well, thank you so much, Amber, for being on. And if people want to reach you on social media and follow you guys, how can you be reached?
On Instagram, it's abeautyrose, and that's A-B as in baby, EAUTYROZZAY. abeautyrose.
See, that's your stripper name right there, Beauty Rose.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I created that name a long time ago, one, because my name starts with an A.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, the beauty, that's evident. But Rose is self-made. And that's me.
That's you.
So, that's how we came up with that. People used to ask me how I came up with it.
Uh-huh.
But that's my social media name.
All right.
Or my Instagram name. Facebook is just Amber Nicole. I don't know if I'm searchable for professional reasons.
Right.
So you can look up Amber Nicole, and if you can find me, hey, how you doing?
Hey, girl, hey. All right, Amber.
Right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been good having a conversation with you.
Very nice. All right, guys, that is it for us. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you would like to get into some more fun, follow us on social media. On Instagram, we are at Bad and Bougie Moms. On Facebook, at The Bad and Bougie Moms. And also on Twitter, at BBM_podcast. Make sure you like, share, and comment on any of the podcast platforms that you listen to us on. Again, we hope you guys enjoy. See you later.